Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fortress Defense channel. The Russian T-14 Armata tank receives a lot of attention from around the world, with some advocates of the platform and reports claiming it may be the best tank in the world. Is it really? Does this mean the M1 Abrams will lose if it faces off against the Armata T-14? And who will win if that happens? The answer may remain unknown or at least full of mystery, unless there is a direct warfare engagement involving a T-14 Armata and upgraded M1 Abrams tank, a serious development likely not wished for by anyone. However, there are some interesting points of comparison, and several of the reports on the T-14 claiming that it is superior seem to completely overlook defining elements of an upgraded Abrams. A report from hotcars.com in 2020, for example, tries to claim that the T-14 can operate at ranges of 310 miles compared to a 265-mile range for an Abrams tank. It is not clear if a range difference of this kind, if accurate, would have a massive tactical impact given the advent of unmanned systems capable of sustaining long-endurance forward armored reconnaissance missions. The hotcars.com report also says the T-14 is more powerful than rival tanks, writing the T-14 sports the all-new a 82-1 M100 and 25mm, 4.92-in smoothbore cannon, replacing the older a 46-100 and 25mm gun of previous Russian and Soviet tanks. This cannon is more powerful than its Western counterparts like the German Leopard 2's Rheinmetall 120mm gun. This claim, however, offers little to no specifics about Abrams' lethality and likely does not account for several key lethality enhancements made to the Abrams, such as its ammunition data link, programmable fuse, and new multi-purpose ammunition round which combines several different rounds into one, such as high-explosive anti-tank rounds and anti-personnel canister rounds. Newer variants of the Abrams tank, for example, will include new laser rangefinder technology, color cameras, integrated onboard networks, new slip rings, advanced meteorological sensors, ammunition data links, and laser warning receivers. Other elements of the Abrams left out of the hotcars.com report include the incorporation of advanced computing electronics, targeting technologies, and auxiliary power units able to redefine combat operations moving into the future. Ultimately, targeting the range and accuracy of high-fidelity sensors and computing will most likely determine which tank might be superior. Small differences in lethality will likely matter less if one tank is able to see the other while the other cannot detect at similar ranges. The tank that can find, target, and hit the other from the longer range is likely to prevail in any kind of war engagement. Since the start of the war in February, many Western air defenses have been sent in, from man-portable Stinger shoulder-launched missiles to more advanced radar-guided and other heat-seeking systems. All provide a comprehensive level of protection against different threats. Patriots are another step on that same path, and one which will antagonize Moscow. They're not a silver bullet, but they are extremely capable, effective, and expensive. One Patriot missile costs around $3 million, 3 times the cost of a missile in a NASAMS National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System. 2 NASAMS systems have been in operation in Ukraine for several weeks. The new Patriot missile battery will be a critical asset to defend the Ukrainian people against Russia's barbaric attacks on Ukraine's critical infrastructure. The White House said in a briefing, Patriots were used against Iraq's Russian-made Scud missiles during the First Gulf War and have been continuously developed since by Raytheon Technologies. They come in batteries that include a command center, a radar station to detect incoming threats, and launchers. Ranges to target reportedly vary between 40 kilometers to 160 kilometers, 100 miles, depending on the type of missile used. And they are what's termed point defense systems, generally designed to defend particular areas such as cities or important infrastructures. In other words, high-value assets. The U.S. announcement refers to a single unit comprising a radar station, control system, and, of course, missile launchers. It is likely to be placed around a high-value asset or key city for additional protection. We will not know where, as once Western systems are in Ukrainian hands, they effectively become Ukrainian property under the command of the country's military. No U.S. or other NATO troops can operate these systems inside Ukraine. So, like other Western weapons, Ukrainian forces will have to be trained to use them, and that training will take place outside of their country. Such training could already be well underway, and more broadly, the U.S. military has said it will expand its training for Ukrainian forces in Germany from January. Moscow has called any plans to deploy Patriots a provocation and a further expansion of the United States' military involvement in Ukraine. Russia indicated that such missiles would become what it called legitimate targets for missile strikes, something that has been said before in this war. The decision to send a battery is a clear statement that Washington remains committed to doing what is required for Ukraine to try to protect itself. Iran's involvement in supplying Russia with attack drones and perhaps other weapons increases the concern. The net effect is more advanced Western systems in Ukraine, something Moscow did not want to happen.